Hello and welcome to another video with me, Rauchenwald. Now in today's video I'm going to take a closer look at the recent Phoneum update that applied to the Crypto Cards application and the new Phoneum Green token, so you know exactly how this affects you and Phoneum in general. But before we go ahead and jump into the Crypto Cards app to look at the changes that happened there, I want to quickly take a look at the new Phoneum Green token. Just like the regular Phoneum token, Phoneum Green is also based on the Tron blockchain, so it's a TRC10 token, which means the same Tron wallet address that you're currently using to receive Phoneum tokens will also be used to receive your Phoneum Green tokens. And additionally, it also means when you want to deposit Phoneum Green into any of the Phoneum apps that support Phoneum Green already, you can also use the same deposit address because again, both tokens are based on the Tron blockchain. Which brings up the question, what is the actual difference between the original Phoneum token and the new Phoneum Green token? The first major difference that we'll notice when we look at the details of both tokens is the difference in supply. Where Phoneum has a total supply of 5 billion Phoneum tokens, the Phoneum Green token actually has 200 times that supply, so a total of 1 trillion Phoneum Green tokens. Which also means that if we were to assume that both tokens serve the exact same purpose and can be used in the exact same places and exchanges and so on, that theoretically the value of Phoneum should be 200 times higher than the value of Phoneum Green, because again, Phoneum Green simply has 200 times that supply. However, if the use cases of the token is different, or for example, they are not listed on the same exchanges, so a different amount of users is actively trading them, which means there's a different amount of liquidity or supply available at any given time, well, then one of those tokens would outperform the other, and it's hard to say right now which one that might be in the future. However, jumping a little bit ahead here, one crucial aspect is that within the new Crypto Cards application, you can actually receive crypto chests, so chests that give you some in-game rewards, by burning 50,000 Phoneum Green. And burning Phoneum Green means they disappear from your wallet and get into a wallet address that is unusable, which means those 50,000 disappear from the entire 1 trillion supply, which means the more users actively burn their Phoneum Green to receive crypto chests, which again contain in-game rewards, which we'll address later in the video as well, the lower the supply gets, and eventually that means that even smaller demand might increase the value further. I want to point out here, however, that all of this is speculation, and everything I'm sharing in this video regarding prices, exchanges and so on reflects just my opinion and is not financial advice. With that out of the way, we can address another difference that currently exists, because Phoneum Green is currently only listed on the P2B B2B exchange, whereas Phoneum itself is listed on that exchange and additionally on the Probit exchange, which means that more people, so the users of two exchanges, have currently access to trade and exchange Phoneum, which means there is more liquidity and more activity going on. Whereas within Phoneum Green, only one exchange and therefore a smaller user base currently has access or the ability to exchange Phoneum Green into other cryptocurrencies. However, the Phoneum team already announced that they plan to list Phoneum Green also on the Probit exchange, and then in the future later on list both tokens on multiple other exchanges as well. So while this might right now cause some price discrepancies between those two tokens, so they might not adhere to the 200 times factor relationship based on the supply, in the long run I think it will not matter that much. And now we know the differences between Phoneum and Phoneum Green, however that still doesn't clarify or explain why the new token has been created. Unfortunately, the official announcements made by the Phoneum team also didn't really answer that question. What we know, and what I know specifically based on discussions within the official Phoneum Discord, is that the way it looks right now, Phoneum Green is supposed to become the token that's used within the Phoneum apps. And again, because you have the ability to burn Phoneum Green within right now Crypto Cards and probably in the future also within other Phoneum applications, the supply should slowly get reduced, which again should help the price to go up. Whereas on the other hand, Phoneum should stay a token that's valid within the Phoneum apps, but apparently the Phoneum team also plans to think about additional use cases outside of the Phoneum universe, so outside of Phoneum apps. However, since that information is based on Discord discussions and not based on official announcements, you should take it with a grain of salt. And we will have to wait and see, once the team provides further announcement, what bigger plan they actually have for the Phoneum token right now. And now that you're up to date about the differences between those two tokens, let's take a look at how that actually affects the Crypto Cards app. For that purpose, I've opened up my phone screen here and I'm going to share it with you guys there, and so you can also see what I'm seeing within my app. Right now you can see that I already hold 2,806 Phoneum Green and that I have a total of 611,447 Phoneum right now still left. Now whichever balance you have, you'll also notice this new red button on the side. And when you click on it, it will actually open a conversion window, and you will see that right now you can exchange your Phoneum into Phoneum Green at a factor of 200. So for one Phoneum, you receive 200 Phoneum Green to compensate for the difference in supply. However, that ratio is only valid until the 6th of August. After that, until the 13th of August, you can convert your Phoneum tokens into Phoneum Green at a ratio of 100 Phoneum Green per Phoneum. So for one Phoneum, you receive 100 Phoneum Green. And if you somehow forget or miss to exchange your Phoneum tokens in the Crypto Cards application into Phoneum Green by the 14th of August, well then they will automatically be converted at a ratio of 50 Phoneum Green per Phoneum, which means it is obviously a no-brainer to convert your Phoneum as soon as you can, because right now the withdraw function for Phoneum is disabled within Crypto Cards and will only be enabled on the 15th of August, so after the forced conversion. And therefore, exchanging your Phoneum right now gives you 200 times that amount in Phoneum Green, whereas if you wait or forget about it completely, you might only get 50 times that amount, and obviously that would equal a huge loss in terms of how much Phoneum Green you have in the end. In order to convert your Phoneum into Phoneum Green, all you have to do is click the convert button, and as you can see, now I have 0 Phoneum but 122 million Phoneum Green. And while withdrawals of Phoneum are currently disabled within the app, you can already withdraw your Phoneum Green. And for that, you can go to the menu, click on balance, and you will see your balance in Phoneum. For me right now 0, since we exchanged all of them, and the balance in Phoneum Green. And you can click on the button below Phoneum Green and it will bring up a details page, where you again can then press the withdrawal button, and all you need is basically your Phoneum address, so basically your Tron wallet address. And for that, I personally opened up Gada Wallet on my phone here, and I'm going to put that screen there so you see it as well. And within Gada Wallet, all I have to do is search for Tron, click on it, and then copy the wallet address, and basically paste the wallet address into the Enter PHT address field within Phoneum Green, so that would be here, and then enter the amount that I want to withdraw to my wallet. Now, as always, and as mentioned in the blue tooltip below, you should not withdraw your Phoneum or Phoneum Green directly to the exchange, but you should always first send it to your wallet. Now, personally, I use Gada Wallet for Phoneum and Phoneum Green and multiple other tokens. In fact, I made a video about Gada Wallet specifically, and I'm going to put it in the card up here so you can learn why I think it's the best wallet to use with Phoneum and other projects as well. And once you submit your withdrawal request by clicking the withdraw button, it will take roughly 2, worst case 3 days for the Phoneum or Phoneum Green tokens to appear in your wallet. And from there you can then send them to the account on the, for example, P2B, B2B exchange, to which you can also find a link in the description of the first pinned comment down below. Now, personally, I'm right now not going to withdraw those Phoneum Green. Why? Because I want to use them later to actually burn some of them and receive some crypto chests. I'm going to publish a video about that specifically later to show you if it's worth to burn your Phoneum Green. So if the rewards that you receive from the crypto chests actually are compensating for the 50,000 Phoneum Green that you have to burn to receive one. But again, that's going to be in another video. Now let's go back to the main screen of Crypto Cards to discuss the other major differences. Now, as you can see, unfortunately right now I already have all my daily quests completed, but one major difference is with the introduction of Phoneum Green, instead of you receiving Phoneum as rewards for spinning the wheel, playing the tap card game or watching the videos, you will now receive Phoneum Green. However, with that also the rewards appear to have gotten lower, where initially you would receive, I think, 250 Phoneum, if I'm not mistaken, for spinning the wheel if you hit the Phoneum spike on the wheel. Now you can only, in quotes, get 1000 Phoneum Green. And where originally you could win up to 220 Phoneum by playing the tap a card game within 1 minute, you now can win up to 440 Phoneum Green. And the list goes on. If you go to the list of your cards, for example, and you were to swap a card here, where originally you would have received 5 Phoneum for swapping this card, you actually now receive 10 Phoneum Green. So with most of the things within the app, the factor that is applied is basically 2. So if you would have received 1 Phoneum originally before the update, now you would receive 2 Phoneum Green, which does obviously not reflect the difference in supply, because again, while there is 5 billion Phoneum, there is 200 times that amount in Phoneum Green. In other words, the rewards that you receive within crypto cards for performing certain actions like spinning the wheel or swapping cards and so on have been drastically reduced. And that might seem like a bad thing, but I actually don't think it is. For everybody that already used Phoneum and the Crypto Cards app before the update and was able to exchange their Phoneum at a factor of 200, they are looking at quite a pile of Phoneum Green. And the fact that new users, or from now on all users, actually will earn less and smaller amounts means that it's more likely that Phoneum Green will actually achieve a decent value, or at least increase in value. We have to consider that 1 trillion Phoneum Green is really a huge amount in terms of total supply. But again, depending on how many users spend or use their Phoneum Green to burn them to receive crypto chests, that supply might actually get smaller really quick, which again will then increase the value further. So to sum things up, Phoneum introduced a new token called Phoneum Green, and Crypto Cards is the first app that supports it. Within the Crypto Cards application, users are forced to convert their Phoneum into Phoneum Green, and can do that if they do it early enough at a ratio of 1 Phoneum equals 200 Phoneum Green. If they wait, it might only be a ratio of 1 to 100, or worst case a ratio of 1 to 50. Because after the 14th of August, all Phoneum still left in the Crypto Cards application will be forcefully converted into Phoneum Green at a ratio of 1 to 50. So obviously, if you're already having Phoneum, you want to exchange them right now at a factor of 1 to 200. The major difference between those two tokens is the supply. Whereas there are 5 billion Phoneum, there's a total of 1 trillion Phoneum Green. However, while that seems scary because there's a new burn feature, so you can spend or burn 50,000 Phoneum Green that then disappear from the supply to receive crypto chests, over time the actual available supply of Phoneum Green should actually get lower, which leads me to believe that the price of Phoneum Green will slowly increase over time. That's pretty much it about this update. As mentioned, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out when I publish my video that looks closer into the crypto chests and if it's worth burning your Phoneum Green for crypto chests or not. And as always, if you have any questions about this video specifically, you can always leave a comment in the description down below, or use the links in the description of the first pinned comment down below to join our Discord community and discuss Phoneum, all the Phoneum apps and other cryptocurrency projects with me and the community there. Thanks for watching, see you in one of my other videos. Till then, bye bye!